I did not take pictures of her in any inappropriate way.
Since she was 4, I made a mistake for 8 years.
From that stuff, I need her to be as pure as long as possible.
He literally admitted that he did it.
This 15-year-old girl's father showed her something he never should have and would get arrested for it.
And he literally admitted and said that he doesn't really care that I'm only 15.
It started on August 24th, 2024, when a 15-year-old girl and her uncle called the police to report that her stepfather did something disturbing to her that night.
But anyways, my mom and stepdad was arguing. I don't know what it was about. But my mom had came to my room to avoid it because he does like to egg it on. So my mom had came to my room to just take a break from him, this and that. And he had came... See, I didn't know this. He had came down the hallway and I had my door locked so he couldn't come in because he would have kept starting stuff. And he kept wiggling my doorknob. It was making me mad. My mom was like, don't open the door, don't open the door. And I was like, no, it's honestly pissing me off, so I'm going to open the door. I opened that door. He was butt naked, just sitting there staring at me, didn't say a word. And he looked at me for like 20 seconds and then walked away. Didn't say nothing. I found it weird. I don't really know what else to say because that's really all I have to say.
The girl's mother entered the 15-year-old's room away from her drunk boyfriend, who followed behind, hammering on the door. And when the 15-year-old opened the door, her naked stepfather stared at her for multiple seconds before eventually walking off. But this wasn't even the weirdest part, because after that, the stepfather texted this to the girl.
Yeah.
I don't know who to say.
He can try to blame the alcohol he wants, but come to find out
He literally admitted that he did it. And he literally admitted and said that he doesn't really care that I'm only 15.
After exposing himself to her, the stepfather sent self-incriminating texts before leaving the home, leaving behind his brother, the 15-year-old girl, his 8-year-old son, and their mother, who oddly didn't seem very concerned about her daughter's report.
Can't keep him from being here since he lives here.
Bottom line, you gotta keep him away from her.
God, I've been through this so many times. I have nowhere to go.
Don't worry about it. You're fine here. He's just not coming back. Get a restraining order put on him. He can't come back here until the judge says he can.
Okay, I can't let him back here, but if he needs his personal belongings...
You can call the police and they can escort him in.
Well, Sean's going to get a hold of me.
Fine. It's fine.
I'm not sure.
It's fine, Kendra.
The mother refused to tell officers what happened that day and instead gave reasons why she couldn't do anything to protect herself and her kids. But at this point, the officers had enough to locate the man at his brother's residence and arrest him.
Cooper?
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead and turn around for me. You're under arrest for indecent exposure. Jimmy?
Is that misdemeanor or felony, you know?
That's a felony.
Really?
Yeah.
She's telling the daughter don't open the door, with the daughter being, which I don't know if you can tell, she's a little sassy for a 15-year-old, said, no, I've had enough of this, and goes and swings the door open. Now, yes, he probably shouldn't have his Johnson out, but had the wife just went and answered the door, had they been adults.
This is crazy. So you just got her 15, one of the most lying 15-year-old people in the world.
The man didn't see anything wrong with what he did and was ultimately charged with indecent exposure. It remains unclear if the 15-year-old's mother applied for a restraining order as advised.
Another thing I can think, I did not take pictures of her in any inappropriate way.
This man took a picture of his 8-year-old daughter he was never supposed to have, and he tried to play smart with the cops.
From that stuff, I need her to be as pure as long as possible.
It started on July 6, 2023, when a woman informed police that she discovered a explicit picture of her 8-year-old sister and their father on the home iPad.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah,
Hey, we have your PC for your arrest.
What?
Come out here with me, please.
For what?
PD, okay? I'm going to take you downstairs.
We'll get that all sorted out. Thanks for traumatizing my children, assholes.
We'd like to get your side of it so that we can, if there's a misunderstanding, we can clear it up.
Right.
If not, we get some
This is the best way to get a misunderstanding and to go arrest me in front of my f***ing kids. Cool.
I'm sorry about that. If there were a different way to do it, I'd be happy to.
The man seemed to care for his kid's well-being, but once in the interrogation room, that side of him changed. After obtaining a search warrant, officers searched his daughter's iPad and the man's phone, where they found indecent pictures of minors. But this was his explanation.
What?
Yes. And so it's one of those things we have to take like seriously, and then
That's weird because I talk to people, they send me, I delete it. It goes, you can even look at my phone. It's in my deleted, just delete it, and I'm done with it.
so I apologize for that. But there is acts with like on these pictures, and that's where we don't get these tips from when it's adult.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, again, you can go through my phone, I haven't taken a single inappropriate picture of my kids, anything like that. I don't do that, so how I ended up with it, I'm gonna tell you the same thing. And you're not gonna find one single image of any of my on my phone, or any other on my phone that was taken from my phone. I don't do that, so.
The man claimed he got the pictures from people on Snapchat without consent and then deleted them immediately. He seemed locked onto the story, but that couldn't explain why there were pictures of his own 8-year-old daughter on the phone. And for that, he employed a very diabolical defense.
Our photos.
What? Okay, that's a complete shock. Well, the only person that could have taken photos of her is my son.
Or
Nobody else is there. That's the only other thing I can think. I did not take pictures of her in any inappropriate way. You could bring her in this room right now. I mean, Jimmy, he's like going on 15, she's a boy, right. But my daughter, dude, I'm just like, no, I don't want to do anything because like my son could literally go in and just like type anything into Google and it'll like pull it up. No, I even told Jimmy the other day, you can interview him. Keep your sister away from that stuff. I need her to be as pure as long as possible. There's girls that go to college and get master's degree and never been with anybody. Like, I want them to have the best opportunities in life. So, I don't want to see any of that shit. I don't want to see any of that. I have kids. You know, I have daughters. I gotta lead by example, right? Like, so I just feel so bad because I don't want them to think like, oh, Dad got arrested. What did Dad do?
investigation. Okay.
Sorry. What happened?
Say that again?
I don't know how that would happen. I mean, I leave him alone sometimes, so I go to the store and stuff, and I didn't expect anything like that to happen.
The man was boxed in, but instead of taking responsibility, he threw his own son under the bus and would go to great lengths to sell the story. But it was much harder to deny everything because his phone's browsing history showed he regularly visited Reddit websites about incest.
It's okay.
Looks like Reddit kind of themed threads. Can you tell me about that?
Not really.
Someone else visiting that? Or?
No, but you know what? Reading something isn't a crime, so
I'm just trying to understand.
No.
I know what you're trying to do, okay? Just, I guess, get me a lawyer at this point because I didn't take those pictures. I don't know where those pictures came from. Now I got somebody taking pictures who is getting blamed on me. The truth will come out. I'm not worried about it because I didn't do it.
The truth did come out, as the man received multiple felony charges related to the possession and viewing of depictions of a person under the age of 18 engaged in sexual misconduct. He entered a plea deal and was sentenced to 12 months in county jail, which he would only serve on weekends. He was also registered as a sex offender. But instead of waiting to be protected, this kid would protect himself and his mother from his bully stepfather.
White?
Yeah, and he has blue jeans.
How old is he, you think?
He's 38.
If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. It started on August 31st, 2024, when officers arrived at a home after reports that a female resident was punched by her boyfriend.
So it seems like your son might have texted somebody that you were never getting in a fight. Did that happen today?
Yeah.
Did you put hands on him? Because that's what you're trying to say. Tell me what happened.
Not really.
No. Because obviously I can see you got a black eye. What's that from?
Nothing.
Not from today?
No.
Yeah, it looks pretty swollen. What's it from?
Nothing.
Nothing? Is he still here?
No.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you mind if we go in and check? Oh, is your dog friendly first?
Yeah. Come on.
And is your son here?
Which one? I have two that are here.
Or
My oldest one, he just left.
But it looks like he might have sent a Snapchat to one of his classmates. Mom and dad were in a fight. Did this happen today?
No.
Okay, well he's not here. You can,
No, I don't want to say anything.
The woman claimed there wasn't a fight and refused to give the officers any details of events that morning, even though she had a swollen eye. Luckily, she let the officers talk to her son, who revealed what happened.
What's going on, man? So you text one of your buddies on Snapchat that your mom's had an issue? What was that? Today or yesterday or today? What time? A little bit ago? Okay, what happened?
He was accusing her of cheating and stuff, and then he kept hitting her.
He hit her? You saw her hit her? What did he do?
He punched her.
Punched her? Where did he punch her? In the face? You saw it? Okay. How many times?
No.
A couple times? Is that why her eye's all swollen? Okay. Did you say anything to him? Is this a usual thing? Yeah. What happened? Where did he go?
I don't remember. He left the house.
He left the house? They were just arguing about cheating?
Yeah, but I have his location because he has my mom's phone.
Oh, you did? Oh, perfect. You mind if I see that?
The boy helped the officers get all they needed to arrest the man, but while some went in search of him, others stayed back to explain to the woman why she needed to take this seriously.
Listen, your son told us what happened. He's very scared up there. You don't want to subject your son to this. I get maybe, this is your boyfriend and stuff like that, but you can't protect him if he's doing this stuff to you. You know what I mean? If your son's this scared, texting somebody else like, please, help my mother, he doesn't want to see you go through that. So these are all numbers that are support services for domestic violence, okay? You can use any of these numbers. You don't want to be in this situation. I understand, you might, how long have you been with this guy?
2 years.
2 years? You might have a good life here, but this is not a good life for your child if, he sees his mom getting beat on. I can tell those are friends. He will be arrested if he comes back here, okay? Don't make any contact with him.
I need my phone from him.
I understand that. If we catch him, we will get your phone for you. But you deserve better than this. Your son deserves better than this. You don't need to be treated like this, okay? So I'm going to leave you with these numbers, okay? That's your case over at the bottom there. If he comes here, you call us. We are right around the corner.
I don't have a phone.
Okay, your son has a phone.
His phone doesn't work. It only works through Snapchat.
Even if they don't have service, we'll call 911, okay? You call us, we will come out here and we will grab him. He won't be able to do anything. You don't want, God forbid, he goes near your kid or something like that. You know what I mean? You lock your doors. If anything happens, I know.
He's still gonna think I brought the cops. So that's what you guys don't understand. He's gonna think I brought.
We will explain it to him.
Yeah, and then you explain to him that my son called somebody on Snapchat and somebody called the cops. It's gonna come back on me.
We won't name any names. We're gonna tell him.
We can say a neighbor called. We're gonna completely leave your name out of the report and your son's name, and he's gonna go to court and he's gonna have to deal with this. There will be a protective order in place.
The officers were eager to help the woman and give her enough information to leave the toxic situation she was in, as she was clearly scared of the man and only acted in fear. They even taught her son what to do if anything happened again.
Hey, buddy. Question for you. Did your phone call anything? No? Could you just do me a favor? Could you just go to your phone thing? Just dial 911 and just see if it goes through. Hi, how you doing? This is Officer Leonard at the Middletown Police. I was just doing a test call for this party just to see if their phone would go through to 911. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no worries.
Thank you. Okay. If he comes back here, we're gonna lock all your doors. Your mom's gonna stay here with you. If he comes back here, starts banging on the door, you call 911. You tell them where you are, your address, and that you need help. Okay? You're gonna be all right, buddy? If anything else happens, give us a call, okay, buddy? You did a good job.
And while they did this, other officers located and arrested the man.
I gotta talk to you for a second, boss. You're right? So just put that down for me, okay?
Okay.
The next thing I need you to do is just stand up, turn around, and face away from me, okay?
Really?
Yeah. Just put your phone down. Put it in your pocket.
All right.
Just Put your hands behind your back, okay? You're just being detained, okay?
Okay. No problem. What happened?
We'll talk about it in a minute, okay? All right, so we're obviously not going to go over, I don't know the details, but I'm just letting you know you're under arrest, okay?
For what?
Again, I don't know the details. I was sent out to look for you. I saw you sitting.
Under arrest for what, boss?
The investigating officer will talk to you, okay?
Yeah, but you're telling me I'm under arrest for what, though?
Like I said, you're under arrest, okay? I'm trying to be as fair with you as possible.
Are you kidding me, boss?
I'm not kidding you, so we're going to walk over.
Oh,
okay?
my God, man. Are you kidding me, boss?
I'm not kidding you.
You're not kidding me?
He was arrested and held on a $100,000 bond for assault. The woman's phone was returned to her.
He came in, like, squeezed my head. I had earrings in.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm bleeding.
This girl called the police on her father after he did something despicable.
His face, they're out of the hospital. That's why they're out there? Yes. Let's go arrest this guy. Yep.
It started on March 27th, 2024, when officers were called to a home by a girl with a worrying story.
My dad's house with my brother to go spend the day with him, and we were hungry, so we went to our dad's because our mom's at work, and we didn't have groceries at home at the time. And it was hard for us to get in, so I was banging on the door, and he finally listened, but he was in a bad mood. And we were arguing, and then I knocked something over, and he came in, like, squeezed my head. I had earrings in.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm bleeding. And then I was trying to go with my brother, and my brother was getting into the car, and he threw a picture off the wall at the car, and the glass went into my brother's face. Okay. And I had to hurry and take my brother to the hospital, but my dad took my phone, so I hurried up and came here.
Is he at the hospital with your brother?
Yes.
Okay.
My mom's on the way home from work.
The girl claimed her father squeezed her earrings, leading to an ear cut, and then threw a framed picture at her brother, injuring him. He then forced her to drive them to the hospital, where he stayed back with her brother after taking the girl's phone.
And he took my phone.
Okay.
You say why he took your phone? Because he didn't want me to call nobody, and that's why.
Report what happened?
Yeah, and that's what. When they went inside, I hurried up and came here, so because she's my best friend.
Okay. And then how'd your brother get to the hospital?
I took him.
Okay.
I took my brother. My dad was with.
Where's he at now?
He's still in the hospital with them, I believe.
Okay. All right.
It seemed the dad stayed with the boy and took the girl's phone because he wanted to control the narrative around what happened that day, but that wouldn't work out for him.
What's up?
Hello.
How are you? You Brett?
Yeah.
Can I talk to you? Come over here. What's going on?
My daughter showed up throwing rocks and stuff at my house or whatever, and my son had fallen or whatever.
Fell?
Yeah.
That's what happened to him?
Uh-huh.
So I'm being told.
Why, did Elena come to the police station or something?
We got called.
Called by who?
Her. She's got a bunch of glass in her car. She does. I saw it.
Okay.
And she's got some injuries on the side of her face. How did that happen?
Don't know.
All right. Hands by director and arrest for domestic battery. Do it right now.
The father intended to change the story about what caused the injuries, like he just did, and lie his way out of everything, but his daughter had already exposed his secret, so since he was going to jail, he wanted to get back at her.
Domestic charges on my daughter, then for assault, on myself, and property damage.
Okay, why don't you talk to me when we get to the police department?
That's fine. I call my mom. Elena shows up on the property, whatever, call the police, and I want her charged with trespassing or anything else. Anything. Okay. Domestic battery, if she shows up on my property, I want her charged with trespassing or anything else or whatever. Yeah, flat out. For real, you need to take the car back. Well, either way, I don't have time for this, whatever. I'm trying to get over to Cambridge, and you're gonna have to come get me if I get released.
You see that? Is that yours or is it your daughter's? Is it
in all reality of this, whatever, I paid for this phone or whatever. So technically it's my possession. I have the receipts to this and everything.
Okay.
So this is my personal property.
Did you buy it for her though?
I purchased it and she was using it, but is it hers? She doesn't have the receipt and it's mine.
Okay, well she's telling me that she paid for it with her own money and it's her phone. Is it her phone?
No.
Who normally has that phone?
She uses it, yes.
Okay.
But it's not her phone.
Can she have her phone back?
Can she have it back?
Yes.
No. I'd rather have my mom have it or stay in my possession.
Okay. Well, it's going to go in your property, so I'll take it and I'll put it in your property to go to jail with you.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll work that out. She's claiming she tried to call the police with the phone. You took it from her.
No.
So, okay.
If he did take the phone from her while she tried to call the police, then he could also be charged with interfering with an emergency call, and it didn't matter whose phone it was. For these crimes, though, he was charged with domestic battery and endangering the life of a person under the age of 18.
It's from you touching her, you performing.
This man will face 25 years in prison for the terrible things he did to his 12-year-old stepdaughter.
My life away for what? Just to get pleasure?
It started on April 12, 2022, after a 12-year-old girl reported to her mother and authorities about inappropriate contact she had with her stepfather that she wanted to stop because she was tired. After hearing from her, investigators picked up her stepfather for questioning.
Basically, I'll tell you what she kind of, in a nutshell, what she's kind of said is, this has kind of been going on. This is nothing new. This is something that's been going on, going back to when you guys first came in life, back to when she was 3 or 4 years old. This happens at your old house and then at this house. She makes mention, dozens of times of times that you've both under and over the clothes, touched over and under the clothes, performed on her, she's performed on you, even going back as recent as yesterday. Wow. And so what I'm trying to understand is the Paul that we just talked about, the Paul that's been in the Navy for 20 years, the Paul that's been doing great things at the sheriff's office for 80 years, the Paul that wants 5 more years and out of here, because I don't blame you a bit. If I could live 5 years, I'd be gone. That's not the Paul that I'm seeing here.
I know, sir.
But I've been doing this job long enough to know that this girl's not telling a lie.
His 12-year-old stepdaughter revealed to her mom and authorities that he'd been touching and making inappropriate contact with her since she was 4. But Paul, who was a 20-year naval officer and current police officer, denied the claim with this explanation.
Why do you think she would say something like that?
Well, there's a couple of reasons, I think. One, we just found out on Monday that she and this boy that she had dated at the beginning of school. She started dating the initial gang. Like she, that was her crush, her love. She was in love with this kid. So, and then we checked her through her phone because she was waking up tired every morning for some reason. Why she was tired, but she was tired. Found out she'd been texting him like at 2 o'clock in the morning, back and forth stuff, and we were right into her. When she came home from school the next day, to see if she, catch her in a lie and see if she'd come clean. She was like, no, nothing. I'm like, well, who's this? Oh, that's somebody, some girl that was like, all your other friends have names, but this person doesn't. Like, what's going on? Grill her. Finally, she's like, yeah. It's like, your phone. You lost your phone privilege for about a month or however long it was.
Paul claimed that the 12-year-old lied against him because he stopped her from seeing a boy in school. However, the detectives didn't believe this because the girl knew some things that she wouldn't ordinarily know if she never had inappropriate contact with him.
Let me ask you this. When she came into the room, she gives a very similar description of yesterday morning like you did, except for a little bit of detail. She comes in the morning, says that she lays down on the bed, says that she doesn't feel good, and goes to sleep.
Right.
You told her, hey, I got to school. You come back home, you walk up to her, and she says that her stomach hurts.
Right.
Kind of like you said earlier. And you said, come on, look you real quick.
That's biased. No, sure.
She described in very, very vivid detail of things that y'all did that day. Things that y'all have done in the past. And I'm not talking, this isn't innocence. I'm talking, she's describing realistically probably hundreds of incidents in the past.
Hundreds.
I'm
telling you.
I've been doing this job so long, and kids, they'll make some stuff up to get out of trouble. Of course they will. There is no reason that he's going to make something like this up that hasn't been through it. What I want to understand is, like I said, no one has said anything other than you've been a great dad. You love your family. You care about your family. You're doing everything for your family. So when it comes to things like this, she's either a liar or she's telling the truth.
Right.
And it's telling with such detail that there's no way she could say these things unless she's experienced it.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to sit here and tell you that's never happened. Ever.
The officers tried to strike Paul's parental emotions to get him to come clean, but he again stuck with his story that the girl was making things up because he stopped her from dating a boy in school. So detectives decided to up the pressure and reveal more about the case.
Her allegations aren't just like stories she read on the internet.
Right.
They're not things like this. Like, there are specific incidents and specific things that she knows about. To include to know that she made an allegation that yesterday you met in front of her. You jumped in a towel.
What?
You put a towel in the bathroom.
Yesterday.
Did
you guys look for a towel in the bathroom or anything?
Yes.
Okay. The brown towel?
A towel that had the presumptive positive.
Yes, that's for me for mine last week. Yeah, it's in my dirty clothes and it's been dry. It's been in my hamper for...
Is that on the towel?
Yeah, absolutely.
How would she know that?
She was at school. When I have my me time, when I'm home at school, when they're at school, my me time is when I'm in the house by myself.
Yeah, I get that.
But how would she know that? I would not know how she would know that. If there's no way there was any fresh anything on there. I can tell you it's old because I know when I did that. It's the brown towel with the fan specs on, the square.
How would she know?
I don't know how she would know that. That's what I'm telling you. It's been in my hamper for almost 4 or 5 days. How she would know that didn't happen. I promise you it didn't happen. She did not see me do that because there was no one home when I do that.
So she would just randomly make up a story that happened to be evidentiary true.
Why not? I mean,
what are they? Come on, man.
I'm telling you, it's an old towel from last week. She did not see me today or any other day.
But why?
I don't know.
Why would she make that up?
I don't know why. Can't answer that question.
Because of the fact that she says that puts a little truth to her story. And then you go back in there and you look at everything else she said. There's a lot of truths to a lot of those stories. There's a lot of things going on with everything she said where it's gone back and forth from you touching her, you performing on you putting your on her. And she says you never put it inside.
With this reveal, the detectives saw Paul's true character, as his former calm and laid-back demeanor quickly shifted to a more defensive position. They had him just where they wanted, and it was only a matter of time before he would break down.
So, if I say I did these things, I shoot 11, then what happens? Where do I go from here?
I told you, man, I want you to help.
Yeah, help. How are you guys gonna help? How? Being locked up? It's like, that's not life for me.
I don't.
Not life for my family.
I'm not here to put people in jail. I don't need Paul. Look at me. Hey, look at me. I've been doing this a long time. I'm not here to put people in jail. I want help to you. You say that you were a great father.
I am a great father.
I have never doubted that in the either. You sit here and tell me that you care about your kids, right? And you care about
anything for them.
Right. No, because you care.
I do care.
Because you're a good dad.
Obviously not.
Oh, yes, you are.
Obviously not.
You made a mistake.
Since she was 4, I made a mistake for 8 years.
People can read the difference. Be brave. Tell the truth.
I'm sorry for doing this to my mom. It wasn't the first time. It really wasn't. It's been going on for a year. I swear to God, it's been a year. It started last year. I know. Go ahead. Put the colors on.
No.
Put the colors on. It didn't happen when she was little. I swear it did. It started last year. And it was like it was a once a month thing. Once a month. That's like my thing to do.
This is the time to make it right or make it right for your family.
I am, but I just
and you did.
I just finally right for what? Just to get
it's just like
pleasure.
Eventually, Paul was arrested and pled guilty to lewd and lascivious behavior on a person younger than the age of 18. He was eventually sentenced to 25 years in prison. If you like this video, YouTube thinks you'll enjoy these too.